Welcome to the Liminal Open Codex. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Liminal Codex. This is Anna, and today we're going to be taking a look at, so we have some very interesting things that are happening with illusions, the dissolving of illusions. It can be about finally seeing where you're headed and where you are, what you're leaving behind, alright? So I want to start off with an oracle really quick, and then we'll go from there. So let's see here. Ladies, if you would please. And guys, make sure that you subscribe, that you like, and that you let me know how and if this resonated with you guys in the comments down below. For a more in-depth personal reading with me, you can always check out my Instagram. And if you like any of the, not the oracle decks, well, I do have a few oracle decks, but tarot decks. The opalescent tarot is on its way. I had to make sure that everything was absolutely perfect before getting that out, but it is on the way. So we have a helping hand. The universe is helping you find something that you need, okay, that will heal you to the next, or help you, that will lead you to your next step. Okay, all right, lead you to the next step. And one more, please, ladies, if you would. My spirit guides. Divine infinity. Challenge yourself to go beyond your limitations, and then you'll find your infinity, the infinity of infinity. It ultimately says that there is no end to what you can achieve. And that is for the most part, pretty true, pretty spot on. Enchanted illusion. Ooh, damn. As I was talking about illusions, right? See through the veil of illusions and have the courage to see things as they truly are. So we will clarify each one of these. They all feel very, very relevant. The one under that was asking you to get a higher perspective. All right, so what is this helping hand, please, ladies? What is this helping hand? If you would. What is this helping hand? What is it that we don't see coming? What is this helping hand? So the universe wants to lend you a helping hand, and it may come in a form that you don't necessarily see. The Four of Pentacles, okay? The Ace of Wands. Give me a reason to love you. Give me a reason to be. Okay. I feel like you've been holding on to something here, the internal passion or fire that you have. Okay. This feels like unlocking that treasure chest inside. We have the Hermit Virgo energy here. There may be something that the universe comes along and hands you the key to, and it unlocks a passion that you have been keeping to yourself. That's like, there it is. Or maybe you have been nurturing this or going in search of it, right? The Hermit is about going in search of that light in the Hermit's lantern, ultimate wish fulfillment. The Ace of Wands, Leo, Sag, and Aries energy. It feels like this is going to be highlighted for you. The Ace of Cups, all right, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the Knight of Swords, and the Chariot. Yeah, you're definitely moving towards something here that not only ignites a fire within that's passionate and creative, but it also has a lot of emotional depth to it. Cancerian energy here in the Chariot. He is the Emperor, taking active action with his emotions. He is not, there are no reins on the Chariot. He is moving that forward by sheer force of will and emotion, the desire, the emotion of moving forward away from the city toward something that he desires. And it feels like it has to do with, yes, it is very much one of the fastest moving, it is the fastest moving card in the major arcana, but also we have the Knight of Swords, one of the fastest moving knights towards something here that is an overflow. I mean, it feels like your heart is really invested in this. It also feels like your passion is really invested in this as well. I feel like if you have been asking for a sign, you will receive whatever this sign is. Okay? And it feels like up until now, you've kind of been holding off, waiting for inspiration to strike, for the muse. Okay? What is this? I do want to. I pulled the divine infinity. So, what is this divine infinity? What is the infinite that we are seeking, or what is the infinite that is coming in? The Ten of Wands. Okay. You know, I'm feeling like some of you have been, yep, and the Page of Wands, lightening your load. Okay, I just heard lightening your load. Some of you, okay. Okay. Divine infinity. Some of you feel like you can't go on. All right, that Ten of Wands. You're bogged down. You're burnt out. Do take time to recharge and rejuvenate. Do something here that helps you to break through this block, the Two of Swords. Intuitively, you know that there is a way around whatever obstacle this is that has been weighing you down. Maybe it's the fact that you cannot see an infinity beyond the infinity. Maybe it's that you've hit a brick wall and you're saying, okay, I can't go any further. The Page of Wands is all about innovation. It's about the little explorer who could, who constantly searches and has no shame in trying to find their way around blocks. And the Two of Swords often has an island behind it. In this depiction, it does not. However, there is a third option. It does not have to be one of these two. If you are saying that I only have two options, look for a third. You may be surprised to find that there actually is one if you listen to your intuition, pay attention to signs and synchronicities. It feels like the universe is kind of stepping in here in both regards, especially whenever I see anything that has to do with intuition and internal wisdom. Learn to listen to yourself. Learn to trust your gut instinct, to trust your first thought, your first intuition. Have you ever had that moment where you pick a number and it's the number 3, 1 out of 10, and it's the number 3, but you sit there and you think about it? 3 is the one that pops into your head first, but you go ahead and say 7 because, you know, it sounds better. It's not the one that you originally thought of. Then the person says, the number that I was thinking of is 3. And you're like, if I just would have went with my first instinct. That's the one that I thought of first. It's always the one that you think of first, okay? At least for me. And then I always pick the one that is not my first instinct. Listen to those instincts. Your first instinct, all right? I feel like that's the Page of Wands here, is that first instinct, that first thought of creativity. How can I creatively get around whatever blockage this is to go further, to go beyond infinity? It feels like you're calling this the end of infinity because you're not seeing there's another gate that's further. The Five of Swords, yeah, this is like you're psyching yourself out here when right in front of you there is a brand new path. It may be that it's not completely built yet. I don't know why I'm getting this, but the Three of Pentacles is like, I may need a little help from my friends. I may need to build this solid foundation first in order to get over this wall or to get through whatever this is. But there's a little bit of difficulty in figuring out how to start that, how to take that leap of faith. The Fool is not the leap of faith. It is standing at the precipice of what could be and saying, I'm imagining everything that I want to create, with the Magician being the second card, or the first card. This is card 0. This is you saying, I really do want this, that, and the other. It's dreaming big, looking out onto a vast expanse, and then saying, okay, ready? Let's go. And taking the leap. Aries and Aquarius energy. We do have, let me see what, let me grab my star wheel. We have Jupiter that is direct. Let me look at last month. Okay, we had Uranus, which stationed direct in Taurus on February 3rd. Okay, so it kind of feels like at the very beginning of February, this may have been something that you are already thinking about or already anticipating and saying, yeah, I can't figure out a way to do this. It's about not seeing that there are, I'm hearing multiple ways to bake a cake. There are multiple ways that you can go about doing this. I feel like you have three distinct, and I don't normally get this from the Three of Pentacles, but I feel like you have three distinct stable paths that you could potentially choose. Whenever it comes to taking a leap of faith, Uranus energy right here, Aries and Aquarius, and then we have the Five of Swords. Don't think yourself out of this. Don't think your way out of whatever this is. Trust in the process. Trust that, see, whenever the Fool takes that leap of faith, he's not necessarily so scared because he's already done this before, which means that you've already closed something out. And that's why we had the two aces. It feels like you're kind of in this introspective moment of, what do I start next? Okay? Whatever it is, it needs to be stable, and it feels like you're overthinking it just a little bit. Okay? Try not to, but do think things through, especially whenever you hit a roadblock. Don't let things stop you in your tracks when there are alternative solutions, right, guys? Okay. I love the linen cards because it's the only, I've tried to do that shuffle right down the middle, and the linen, I was finally able to learn how to do that. I love the linen cards. They're such a yeah, anyway. Back to enchanted illusions. So what is it that we're not seeing? What is the enchanted illusion? And I almost want to read these in the reverse. We have the Eight of Wands. I feel like you're not seeing the direction that you need to go. Okay? The Chariot. Oh, yeah. I mean, like, for real, for real. You're not seeing the path. You're not seeing the forest for the trees. The Ace of Pentacles. And it's a shame because it really does lead to something that is stable. Stable. Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn here. Cancerian energy again. You're not following your heart. You're not following your emotions. Your emotions are what is going to lead you to this stability. You've got a lot of aces here. This is the third ace. The only thing that we don't have is the Ace of Swords. If I flip over and it's the Ace of Swords, then that's gonna be amazing. Oh no, okay, all right. So whatever this is, the Nine of Cups. Okay, personal wish fulfillment. The King of Cups, yeah. All of the kings and queens and the knights all have the ace, by the way. So this is mastering your emotions. It feels like once you get to this place of personal satisfaction, you just don't know how to get there. And then we have the King of Wands. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of mastery here. Wands, Cups, Pentacles. We had the Ace of Cups that came out underneath the bottom of the deck earlier. We now have the masters of those suits, the King of Cups and the King of Wands, or the King of Cups and the King of Wands. I feel like all of this culminates in, and I do want to point out the next one underneath the bottom of the deck is the Two of Pentacles. If you have been stalling, buying time because you can't figure out which, we've got two twos here. Twos are decision points, right? So it feels like you've been going back and forth on possibly what is my, if you don't have an idea of what moves you on an emotional level, then you can't take active action toward it, right? Okay? Get clear on what that, and I feel like you will be getting clear here. This is the helping hand. This is the illusion. I can't move forward because I can't see the path. I can't see the path. to stability through emotion. Okay. Just because I have passion for it and just because I have love for it or I have emotion for it, it does not necessarily mean that it is going to turn into this Ace of Pentacles. I've got news for you. Most oftentimes, the things that fill us with a sense of passion, with a sense of emotion, you have to have all of those four elements. You need passion and emotion. You need intelligence, and you need with the sword, and you need to have an idea of what stability means to you and what you want to accomplish with that stability in order to go after exactly what it is. Because whenever we manifest, the next step is to align with that intention and to take active steps, not just dream about it, not just vision board it, but take active. It's all in my book, the Dark Feminine Path. It's about taking active action, putting a plan together, and not just sitting there and saying, I want, I wish, I pray. There has to be action attached to your manifestation. We have Witch's Hat. Embrace your identity, okay? Embrace who you truly are. The real you, not someone that you are pretending to be. And we're seeing a lot of those facades and illusions being stripped away in a lot of different areas, right? In the collective, within ourselves, this used to align with me, it doesn't anymore. This used to be my identity. I no longer identify with it. And that's perfectly fine. But embrace your true identity, not what others want you to be, but your true identity. Wear your power with pride and confidence. Your power comes from knowing who you truly are. And knowing who you truly are is the Hermit. It's about knowing what truly makes you passionate, what makes you feel stable, what makes you feel love, emotion, what makes you feel what you have intelligence, what you have a clear knowledge of. That is your intuition, or I'm sorry, that is your identity. That is your you. Who you are, who you truly are, the truth and nothing but the truth. Confidence drought. Embrace your strength. Stand tall and believe in yourself. There's a lot coming in here about trusting the self. And yeah, we're seeing a lot of illusions that are falling away, and we're saying, but I thought, yeah, well, think again. And that's why I said the illusions. One thing that you can be sure of is who you are, what you stand for, what you believe in. Stand for nothing, fall for anything, right? Okay. When faced with this challenge and you feel like you can't find a way through, that your path is blocked, give yourself over to exploration of different alternatives, okay? I feel like the universe is going to step in here with the helping hand and give you an idea of what you've been keeping to yourself here, what passion needs to be ignited, what inner fire has been burning inside of the Hermit. Okay, this is a great reading. It really, truly is. But it does feel like we need clarity of the path that we're meant to walk. I'm seeing the moon, but I don't have the moon here. Oh, I see the moon here. But yeah, helping hand. I feel like when things do get a bit foggy, when things do get a bit murky, and exiting out of Pisces season, we may get a bit more clarity. But we still have... no, I'll do a tarot and an astrology reading next. But yeah, we have some interesting things that are coming up that are taking those illusions from off our eyes and out of our inner world, and we're saying, okay, this is what I see now after the filters have been removed. Okay, the Hermit, Virgo, mercurial energy. We have the Ace of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the Ace of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. We have the Chariot, Cancerian energy. All right, guys, that is what I have for you. If you would like a more in-depth personal reading with me, remember, as always, you can go to the link in the description box down below. If you like any of the cards that you see that I use on the channel, also, those are available through Etsy. Take care, guys. Make sure that you subscribe, that you like, and that you hit that notification bell so that you know when I post new videos. Take care, guys, and I'll see you again here soon.